President of the Private Motor Truck Council of Canada. Donnie mentioned earlier on about the PMTC being the first association member to join PTTAC, and what a boost that was for us, because the industry watches. And when PMTC joined, we got numerous calls saying, "Hey, you guys must be serious. You got some pretty good people jumping on board." And then it led to some others in the room, and I'm not going to mention everybody, but you know who you are, and it's created a tremendous momentum. So Mike is a tremendous advocate of our industry. I would suggest that when he took over the Private Motor Truck Council of Canada, it may not have had as much ambition and flavor as it currently does. Mike and his team and his executive have grown the organization immensely. Mike has done a tremendous job, along with his executive and his board, at making sure that the industry initiatives from a private carrier perspective have been heard, both within the industry and within government. So Mike, thanks a lot. We appreciate you coming out. Thank you.
MELT was not meant to raise the bar. It was meant to raise the floor. Okay, what Red Seal is raising the bar. Okay, MELT is the entry point. Okay, Kim mentioned he was with the TTSAO at the time. Our association, PMTC, TTSAO, OTA, I think Trucking HR might have been in there too. There was a number of us involved in numerous meetings with the province of Ontario that started in 2015. There's a misconception that MELT started because of Humboldt. MELT existed before Humboldt in Ontario, and then it was pushed. Humboldt really pushed the other provinces to come along with MELT and bring it into place. But what I would say is, I said MELT raised the floor because we had a bunch of fly-by-night carriers. Before it became law in 2017, there was no requirement to get training. Okay, I grew up in a rural area. I used to take farmers who would give me a bit of money on the side and take them around the block in their trucks, train them on a couple Saturdays so they could get their license to drive the truck on the farm. It's completely illegal. They did not need any approved training. Okay, so what MELT did was there were schools out there who were teaching 10-hour courses for $500 and $600 to go challenge for your AZ road test. Basically just drive you around the ministry road test lot. So MELT was meant to get rid of those. Okay. The issue with this, and it's going to come into play with Red Seal as well, is MELT gets a bad name. I don't believe MELT is the issue. I believe oversight and enforcement is the issue. But it was meant to raise those up. We can all argue about how much training should be involved in MELT. Bottom line is, it's entry level, right? It's not post-license or apprenticeship, right? So MELT is down here. We got a cross-Canada MELT program now. But to get to the next step, Red Seal, I believe, is where we need to go. That's what brings it into the professionalism stage. We have the myth of shortage of drivers. There's not a shortage of drivers. Hardly ever has been in the entire 36 years I've been in the industry. Might have been during COVID for a year or two. We do not have a shortage of drivers now. We did not have a shortage of drivers when I started in the industry in 1990. You can read articles going back to the 50s talking about the shortage of drivers. It's a myth. We have a shortage of professional, quality drivers. We got more than enough people that can hold a steering wheel. Okay. I was at a presentation yesterday at the Central Chapter of the Fleet Safety Council. And this is where I think the issue with our industry is, with Driver Inc. and all this non-compliant sector of our industry, is the professionalism in our industry has deteriorated, especially in the last 5 to 10 years. The MTO officer said when he pulls somebody over, he says he has 2 terms for drivers: professional driver and a steering wheel holder. He was asked how many that he pulls over and interacts with now are professional drivers. His response was 20%.